a good chunk of the game still left for us, so let's do just that. Give me a second here. So what I did for this stream, which is going to be a bit weird for both of us, is that I'm playing it windowed and a bit of a lower resolution. It shouldn't lag at all now, but that's not the main reason I actually did that. The main reason would be that oh, interesting, so it restarted me here. The main reason would be that because of that taskbar problem that I had, remember? Oh, actually. I really should stop doing this. I really should stop, like, having the first few minutes of the stream be technical issues time. Green Scar, hello, dude. I should really stop calling you Green Scar, because you just Scar for the most part. I should really stop doing that. I know why. It's just stuck. But yeah, welcome back, dude. So yeah, maybe I missed something in the cutscene last time around, so maybe it was really obvious and I was just like not getting it. Because it did very well seem like basically that Scar almost everywhere, right? And I'm assuming this was taken on Twitch. Speaking of unfortunate accidents where your nicknames were taken, I really wanted to be accepted on Twitch, but obviously that was taken. But the worst thing is the dude who took it, he isn't even like doing anything on Twitch per se. He's just, I think he's been away from the website from basically from before Twitch became Twitch, before they were like Justin TV. Because he's still following Justin.tv on Twitch, so I'm assuming that's where he came from. And so he hasn't been a part of the website for a long fucking while. He even like messaged the support, because in their terms of service, they have like a thing where if the account is widely unused like for a long time, they're gonna open up the nickname for others to use. But apparently it either hasn't been that long or, you know, not just doing it just yet, so which is unfortunate. Hopefully one day. That Scar was widely available. Didn't think it back then. Ah, right, okay. Makes sense. I've been accepted on almost everywhere since I was like 12. I think I started playing WoW when I was 12, and that was my first nickname. And it just stuck. So. Although when it's unavailable, which is quite often actually, I use Kenny was AFK, which is like a goof, like a South Park goof. Right, so they're all here. And they sort of led me here as well, which is quite interesting. How's the stream quality, by the way? Because they lowered the resolution. It shouldn't have had any effect at all because I'm streaming 720p rather than 1080. But do tell me if it looks much worse, because I can sort of try to fix that. It should not have any difference whatsoever. It's fine. Cool. Great. Right, so I'm guessing I need to lead one of the bigger dudes there to eliminate the threat of all those souls. All those wavering souls. Although I can't really grab it, so... Ah, interesting. So maybe I need. No, I don't think I can climb. Okay, no, I can. I actually can. Climb. Okay. That also makes sense. Ah, right. So I needed like the shadow of a dude to be there as well. Right. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty neat. And obviously I can't go there, but I can't go there, and I can't go there, but he is going. Okay. Only one way for me to go. Oh, right, and it finally led me back to the tower. Right. It's been a long climb, dude. Yeah, and all the, like, little symbols and stories, the murals, kind of paintings represent what actually happened to us in that bit, right? So the bird was the previous one, now we all about these one-eyed dudes. Robots. That's pretty cool. Can't help but notice that the fox dude is gone. The little foxaroo. Here somewhere. Wow, now that I, like, reduced the resolution a bit, it runs almost flawlessly. Like, the FPS is kind of solid. So I wonder if it was my CPU or my RAM actually just bottlenecking this shit. It might be the case. Interesting. So I guess it's poorly optimized or something. I don't know. But do I, like, follow them? I guess. But thankfully, a new stick of RAM should be coming on Friday, which should fix some of my problems with the unexpected shutdowns. It's like, surprisingly, it only happened once during the stream. It was almost 6 months ago now. That's actually quite fortunate. Like, so I have a problem where, like, some of the games, for no reason at all, they're not particularly, like, even demanding or anything. Not GPU or CPU intensive or whatever. They sometimes will cause a hard freeze on my PC, and I'll have to restart it, right? And there's nothing I can do about it. I've tested the GPU, I've tested all the SSD and both the HDDs. I've tested everything. Oh wow. And I guess that's his father. He does look like his father, right? Oh shit! No! What the fuck? Well, I mean, he's drowning now, I guess, somewhere in the middle of an ocean. Oh, wow. That was quite, unless he gets more character development, I guess, unless he gets the dude in red, unless he gets more story, that was kind of fucking pointless, right? I guess he kind of showed me where to go, but then he just, like, once we actually got to him, he just disappears. From the story? That'd be quite dumb, wouldn't it? But yeah, anyhow, I have this problem with my PC, as I'm saying. And yeah, it seems like I've been lucky to not have that affect my streams at all. Which I guess makes sense, like, because it only happens during sort of medium load on my PC, rather than heavy load, is what I've noticed. So, it kind of makes sense, because it taxes the PC when you stream on it. Anyhow, it's pretty cool. Helping me out. They helped my dude out as well. Did they save him? Because I guess they would, right? Are they migrating with me? Like, what? Oh, but wait. So this is still inside the tower, right? I'm still not clear as to what the fuck is actually going on in this game. Yeah, you go through all these towers. Are these flashbacks? Are these trials? What are these? Are these, like, different dimensions? What? Like, I go through a door. I guess it's just magic, right? You go through a door and then you're in a different place, yo. Okay, so it shows like a fox going along with me, or rather me following a fox to a place. The rain is kind of cool. It looks gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie, it looks really good. There we go. Oh, and I guess this is just like a side thing. Another emblem. And I guess I missed the last piece of the previous one. It's kind of unfortunate because I would have liked to see what actually happens once you collect one of those emblems. To see if they're actually worth your time at all in the game or not. I'll have to read up about it. The movement and the animations are a lot smoother now that it doesn't sort of lag as well. Now that the FPS is kind of high. Which is nice. I like it. It's interesting how the actual performance of the game can affect your experience so much, is what I mean. Right? And I'm not talking about extremes, like obviously if you're playing the game at like 15 FPS, you're not gonna have a good time at all, but like minuscule differences in like 10 FPS and 20 FPS can make a huge difference. And things like FOV and whatever, right? Okay, so this... Oh, fuck. I wanted to turn around to look at the dude again. And they're just ignoring me. That dude who's sitting down on the throne crying, he looks very much like our father, which would make sense, right? He's crying because the wife is dead. Queen. The mother. You know what? If I can, I'm gonna come back because there was a. Oh shit! It's okay. It's the shit's happening without me. That's very sad. Okay. Are they actually gonna? Yeah. It actually opens it up without me. But now stop. I think. Yeah. There was like a side alley I wanted to check out, but didn't. I thought that was the main sort of road. Unless they can't come back, which is also possible. Also, where does this lead? Jesus, okay, I'm fighting all sorts of stuff. Is this where it came from? I don't think so. Maybe, no, it is. Is this a thing? Can I bust through here? No, okay. It's fine, no, there was another one before this. Let's check real quick. Yeah, so the robber dude went in there. Oh, right, there's obviously. Yeah, I just didn't pay attention to it. I thought it was an arc I could pass through. That's cool. Yeah, this dude is really upset. And I guess I can't just jump down in the water. Figured as much. Why is this here though? Like, can I make the jump? I don't think so, right? I guess it's just like a thing for you to, yeah, like look at it. I'm consistently giving this game too much credit in terms of like the hidden objects, right? They keep trying to think of these clever ways to find to hide shit, and that's just not what's going on. Alright. Is this? Yeah, this seems like a thing though, right? Ah, very much so. Where it leads is beyond me, but oh, interesting. Please don't tell me it just leads me back, because that would be sad more than anything. Like, why would you take this route back? Unless maybe that one the closest and you can't pass through that anymore. Lead anywhere, does it? I'm really digging the rain though. It looks gorgeous. It looks beautiful. It would be cool if the secret parts of it of the game didn't actually have, yeah, okay, I figured. But yeah, the secret parts of it actually didn't have the white sort of borders on all the jumping bits. See what I'm saying? You could, like, figure that out on your own. Oh, and that's the part, like, wow. Interesting, so they're not sort of in order, it seems like, almost. So maybe you could collect the beginning. That wouldn't make much sense though, would it, right? Because if they want you to 100% the game, right? If they want, like, some people would like to do that. And you need some directions in terms of what you still have left to collect. And if you have, like, one piece of the emblem that you still haven't got, and, you know, you want to sort of look for it, you don't even know where to start if they're all over the place. It's weird. But I guess, like, the emblems are related to what you're doing, so they're not completely irrelevant, but that, like, some of them are in sort of similar areas, maybe the adjacent areas or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird though. What? Why are you crying? Why are you crying? Wait, is there another grave here? That'd be kind of sad. I can't see inside there, so. So he's doing a thing. He's coming back. Why is he going back? Oh, he's gonna... Oh, shit. He's like, yo, boy, you can't pass. I'm gonna help you out. That is so nice of you. Aren't you just the nicest person? Robot thing? Whoop. Okay, so question time. Is this a thing? No, I thought it was like a... had like a white border, but it didn't. Unfortunately. Is this? No, it's just like the how the lighting works in the game. Bit silly. What I noticed during E3 as well is that, like, a lot of 3D platformers are seemingly coming back. It's like a genre that people are actually interested in again. Or I wonder if it's the simple nostalgia factor, right? They just, they think they want that, but they don't actually want the same games, like, you know. But it would be cool. I would play a really good collectathon sort of 3D platformer game. I haven't played too many back in the days, but I have played quite a few. I wouldn't mind something colorful and cool. There's the one. It's quite interesting as well because the project it's called Lucky's Tale, right? And the game first came out for Oculus. As like a sponsored, sort of Oculus paid the dev to make it specifically exclusively for Oculus, and I believe it was bundled with it as well. And it's just like a 3D platformer, but it had like VR functionality. It wasn't, too insane or anything, but it's pretty cool. I haven't played it myself, but yeah, and they showed the full version. I think it's called Super Lucky's Tale, which is like a take on Super Mario, I think. Oh, he just did, wow. He just like opens the door for me. Well, thanks. But anyhow, yeah, and they showed a trailer of sort of their full title that they're releasing. And it looks pretty solid. Like, it looks really colorful. It looks better than Ukulele to me. I don't know. I haven't played Ukulele, but the sort of art style that they went for, I wasn't a huge fan of it. It looked a bit like the colors and the 3D, they all looked a bit forced to me. I don't know if that's a thing people say, but... Okay, so that should give me full emblem. What does that give me? Please don't... Oh, okay, it does. It's just an emblem. Or actually, if I go to extras, let's see. Except it doesn't do anything. It's literally nothing. It's just an emblem. And there's just a picture on there. So you can sort of like think for yourself and try and figure out what's in there. And this is the lady that we saw in the very beginning of the game. This is like the robot, and this is the box, and this is probably the bird, I'd imagine. Or either the bird or the hooded figure. One of the two. I hope they give you some sort of other incentive as well, but that's fine. A nice 2-hour nap after my dinner today. That was nice. That is the best. I used to have these middle of the day naps when I was in high school, because we were playing a lot of Dota at the time with the friends, and we'd play until like, I don't know, fucking 3 a.m. in the morning, right? And then we had to go to school in the morning, in the actual morning, quote unquote. And then, you know, we'd have naps in the middle of the day. I don't know. Oh, he's trying to stop the robot from opening the door. He doesn't want him to go because they sort of just stay there and sort of die, I guess. But he's trying to help, right? And like they're all trying to help him. Aww. Because he's on this like big quest to do a thing, which we still don't know what it is. Oh well. Well, anyhow, yeah, and we'd sleep like in the sort of common room. That's what it's called in high schools. At least the one I was in. We had like a bunch of couches, and there was like a pool table and shit like that. We'd sleep there for like, I don't know, half an hour during the break and after lunch. That was that was pretty nice. And then I'd personally come back. We'd come back, I don't know, like 6 p.m.ish. And then before the sort of study period started, where you like do your homework, that's how the system works. You basically come back, and then you have like some time off, and then everyone's in their rooms for like an hour and a half doing their homework. And yeah, I'd sleep before that as well. It's I just sleep everywhere. It seems like it's close to the end. Went to an all boys high school. No, I mean I went to normal high school, but it did have like boarding houses because it was sort of an international kind of community, and yeah, we had like a bunch of houses and sort of like maybe a mile away from the actual school, and we'd get into the school by bus every morning. It was pretty great. Right, so what do I do with these? Do I like... That's the same thing as in the beginning. And now it depicts me crying as well. For what reason I can't possibly imagine, right? Because yes, I'm sad now, but why was me in the past sad here, right? Like, what? I got... And sort of continuing off the sleeping story, I think I only got told off for it once. I don't remember any other times, but the dude came in and was like, why are you sleeping on the couch? What's up with that? I'm just like, why can I not sleep on the couch? It's break time. He's like, no, you can't possibly sleep on the couch because people are gonna come in and, you know, they're looking at the school and etc. Why, you know, what do they think? And like, it's my free time, dude. Like, what? I'm just having a nap after lunch. Jesus, chill. And yeah, so that was a thing. Apparently, teachers didn't want kids to sleep during breaks, which is really weird to me. But yeah, this seems to be sort of closer to the end. We're still climbing the tower that we were before. I don't know if you caught any of it before, Cuny, but we're sort of in this huge tower, and we're climbing it, and sort of sections of the tower teleport us to these locations that I don't know where they are, but it's either magic like teleportation, or it's maybe this is like, these are like flashbacks and shit like that, so I don't actually know what they are, but constantly in a different place, doing different shit. And yeah, that picture showed... so the story sort of goes on from me losing my mother to setting off on like a journey of some sort, and then the king is crying as well. He's like, he's leaving. Oh no, right? I don't know where that goes after, but... So this area is kind of more open-ended as well, and the souls don't seem to care about me too much, which is interesting. So what happens if I... He's kind of scared of them, right? Still, because they were sucking on his soul before. Okay. Yeah, but this is a bit more open-ended. I'm not entirely convinced this is what I'm supposed to be doing. There was like a... It was my fox companion. He was on the top of like a bridge overarching where I came in. But then that was like the only clue as to what I'm supposed to be doing, so... Yeah, so it's... so if I do that, is it gonna, like... Right? Is it gonna... flip? See what I'm trying to... No, unfortunately. And kind of weirdly enough as well, right? You'd think it would, right? Because that's pretty much what I need to do. Unless someone else has to flip it for me. Whoop. Did you dream about anything, CUNY, after your nap? Well, during your nap, rather. Not after. That'd be weird. I always have people telling me, like, about the fact that they don't have dreams that much anymore. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I have these really vivid dreams, like, almost every night. I guess, like, people just can't remember them, right? But... Huh. Oh, and then... Ah, interesting. No, nothing. Oh, and that's the water that actually kind of helped me out here. But yeah, no, and I really believe my dreams as well. It's like every morning I wake up, it's like, fuck, that was a dream, or thank God that was a dream, you know. Maybe I haven't, don't remember. Right. Yeah, no, my favorite shit, I don't know, it doesn't happen as often anymore, I don't think, but when I was younger, I'd have these dreams if I like play a video game for too long and then go to sleep. I'd fucking 100% have a dream about it. Because, you know, like sometimes you get so invested in the video game, you go to sleep and you're planning out what you want to do, etc, etc. If you're really into it. Yeah, sometimes will that happen. This one time, I think me and my buddy were playing Guitar Hero. It was back way when Guitar Hero was actually relevant. We're having a lot of fun. Like, I fucking love that game to bits. I remember distinctly going to bed and my fingers still twitching because I was trying to like do a song on a really high difficulty. It's pretty fun, but like it's playing so much to the point it was insane. Any fun dreams recently? Are those video games dreams? You know, see? It's not only me. I'm glad. I don't, like, I wouldn't actually be able to tell you about any of them. I'd remember them for about 5 minutes after I woke up, but sometimes I remember them distinctly, like the one with the, yesterday's case when I had deja vu, with the thing. Like, I don't know, it's probably just my brain playing tricks on me like it always is, because God knows I'm not having, like, prophetic visions in my dreams, but, you know, it's still pretty fucking insane when you have dreams that are so close to what you're actually doing. But yeah, sometimes things that happen around me will trigger, like, a thing when I remember remember my dreams, but I wouldn't be able to actually remember them and tell them to you. I wasn't... CUNY, I was... I was serious. And the fact that you were goofing around and mocking me is like I was seriously having a thing, which was pretty insane. Right, I'm not actually sure. Oh, I guess I need to get all the way up there, right? I don't really think I've ever had that. What, deja vu in general, or like the resemblance to the dream that I was talking about? Oh, really? Wow. That's pretty rare. Like, people will often have it, because here's the rationale behind it, at least from what I sort of heard with, like, one ear during my psychology classes. I think that's what, like, don't take my word for it, but I think that's what it is. Like, the brain will remember parts of the scenery, right? From somewhere else. And the way our memory works is it, like, if you remember something, is like it matches up what you saw to, like, neurons in the brain, and that, you know, it recreates the picture, and you, like, match up the vision in your brain to what's around you, and you're like, yes, I've seen this before. And it will match, like, parts of one picture to parts of the scenery, and if something matches, it's gonna trigger, like, a thing where, like, yo, I've been here before, where actually you haven't, and you've just seen this, like, part of the room before. Because it's similar to what you saw, but your brain will trick you into thinking that that's exactly what you saw before, right? But yeah, that's supposed to be the rationale behind it. But nothing strong. Right, that makes sense. Like, that's what I'm talking about as well, where, like, yes, you'll sometimes recognize parts of the room and think that you've been here before, right? But the yesterday thing, it was like a sequence of events that happened. Like, me being there and me talking about a thing that I was talking about. Which, yeah, I don't know. Yes, my brain is just goofing me. Goofing me. I don't actually want to break my legs while falling down, so... no, okay, yeah, no, we're fine. Once had a deja vu of how I had a deja vu. That's pretty insane. That is intense. That's some Inception type shit. Right, so I guess this section is just like a huge prank. Thanks, game. Right, I'm wondering if I need to unlock any more of the statues, or if I can go and... Oh, alright, right. So I think I'm doing this right. I'm just sort of going anti-clockwise, I imagine. And just opening things. I don't really think you can, like, unless you're really silly like me, I don't really think you can get stuck in this game. Like, I've gotten stuck a couple of times because I'm exorbitantly stupid at times and overthink shit a lot, but for the most part in this game you just it's really linear for what it is, so. Kind of force myself to feel a weak sense of deja vu, but just try instead of feeling emotional attachment to the thing. People of my childhood were like, yeah. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, that's like I wouldn't say it's really weird, but like that's nothing I've heard of before. Like, that's pretty interesting. Feeling emotional attachment to a thing. You part of my childhood. Right, so you like think yourself into believing that you've seen a thing before, is what I'm getting, right? Pretty weird. Well, not like weird per se, but like pretty... it's a strange thing to have, like, in your life. Right. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of a person that does that. Interesting. Why do you think you do that? Like, is it just something to pass time, or is it something that you do on purpose? Like, don't stand still, your character gets sick. Oh wow, he does? Shit. 5Minnow, welcome to the stream, my dude. But yeah, wow, I didn't realize he... Are you just goofing me? Are you just playing a prank? Are you pranking me? Because I've heard from kids that pranks are a big part of the 2017 culture. Guess I enjoy the feeling, maybe, not sure. Interesting. Yeah, I can see how, like, in a sort of, even, like, more so in an unfamiliar place, right? Where, like, maybe you're feeling, I don't know, insecure, or maybe you're feeling anxious, and you need something to, like, sort of ground you in that, you know, something familiar to grab onto, and you sort of do that. That would make sense if you, like, develop the habit in back when you were a kid, right? And now it's just like a thing that you do. That's interesting. Oh, it's nothing to do with feeling alien and insecure. Okay. Yeah. From the kids. What do you mean, Scar? Okay. Why can I not? But yeah, 5Minnow, did you ever play the game before? Just wondering. If you wanna, like, a quick explanation, I can try to break it down what happened to you. Because we, like, sort of deep into the game. And talking about things and go to lose. Thank you very much for the follow. I'm imagining that's you, Minnow. That was you, yeah. Unfortunately, I have a really clunky system for checking on who actually followed. I don't really have, like, a list or anything, unfortunately, but thanks for the follow. I appreciate you. Search for the game I want to look like before we buy it. And I'm here. Cool. That's awesome. So just to give you an idea what it is, it's a sort of exploration adventure game with elements of puzzle games and, like, platforming and stuff like that. If you're looking for something mechanically heavy, that's sort of not it. It's really light in the mechanics, but as you can see, it looks fucking beautiful. It looks gorgeous. And the music is really good, and the story's kind of captivating. Like, it's the environment, the world that they built. It's kind of cool. So if you're looking for something really, like, aesthetically pleasing and, like, visually and orally really, like, good, then yeah. Cool. But yeah, I'm not sure how, if you can actually spoil this game too much. Like, it's more of an experience than it is an actual story. So I wouldn't say by watching this you're really spoiled that much, but yeah, you'll know about this section, which is sort of later into the game. Not like that, cutie. I think German was telling my English not so good. Dude, don't worry about it. We're all chill here. Cunie's English isn't getting that good either, and she's a mod, so I'm just kidding. Please, don't ban me. Even that previous post. Oh, I actually skipped it. Sorry. Didn't see where I didn't see it, by the way. It's more really relaxed. I can hopefully start feeling attachment to Let's give myself a giant feeling. Ah, okay, so it's the other way around. Interesting. Oh, that's pretty cool. I wonder what like an actual, like, as a person who sort of into how the mind works, I wonder why that actually would happen. Like why you develop something like that. English. Okay. And I guess you're this as well? And yeah, you basically play as this little boy who wakes up on the shore one day, having set sail for someplace. And he has this bad fox, which apparently you've caught disappearing. I still have actually no clue what's going on in the game, but... Oh shit. Whoa, okay. Huh. So all those like statues that we've encountered so far, right? Oh, I'm supposed to break out, like, willingly? Okay. But yeah, all those statues that we encountered so far, that sort of gave birth to these souls that we're seeing right now. It seems like they were born from, like, strong emotional, like, strong feelings of maybe dread or, like... Interesting. And now I'm completely black for some reason. I have no clue what's going on. Are they... What happens if I come up to them? Oh, wow. Interesting. So now that I'm, like, black... Now that I'm black, quote unquote, take that how you will. Please don't take that out of context. Now that I'm black, when I try to, like, sing at them, I whisper instead? Interesting. Like, hiss at them, almost? Huh. Game looks fucking awesome. Yeah, like, in the visual sense of the word, it's magnificent. It looks fantastic. Apparently I can't climb that rock. There are a bunch of problems with the game, which I've talked like for 2 streams in a row. But if you're just looking for sort of a really good experience that you can sort of play through without giving it much thought or like challenging yourself much at all, I'd imagine people would like that. Yeah. Can we climb this or... Excuse me? No? Okay. It's not. And I seem to be like a bit more agile as well. Maybe that's like just the way animations look to me, but it seems like I'm a bit more agile now that I'm black. I'm sorry, this is turning into a fucking racist shitfest rather than a stream. But you can't, there's no other way to put it. I think the game is worth it. Yeah, I mean, it's, yeah. It's like a nice thing. I think it would work much better as a, like, cartoon, like as an animation. And maybe I'm getting that feeling because it's very Ghibli-esque, as I've said a million times before. Like, it takes a lot of inspiration from Ghibli's movies. But It like it almost seems like it would work much better as a movie, like as a film. You can run faster now, maybe. Stay away from water though. Maybe I can. I don't know. And it doesn't seem like. Well, yeah. I guess I'm. Yeah, I guess I'm doing. Through water. Can I find a thing without water? I'll try it out. Yeah, but it does seem like he's a bit more agile, right? It's not only me, right? Like, I know, maybe. Oh, interesting. Maybe I need like. Oh no, I thought it would put this out now that I'm black. Now that I'm a shadow. He's become a better climber, almost like my monkey. Yeah, right? It's not only me that's seeing that, right? That's good to know. That I'm not yet completely dragged out. Right, so I need to gather some... Oh, I see. You go around it. I guess you do that for all of them. Then 3 low-key racist jokes in a row and you don't react at all? I mean... The monkey one, yeah, I can see how I'm just oblivious to it. For some reason or other. But... What were the first 2? Run faster? I mean, I guess, but that's, like... That's the same as being more agile, right? Like, it's not... Stay away from water, though? That's... Not a racist joke, is it? The monkey one is pretty obvious though, like, yeah, I did miss that one. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, okay, well, I mean, that was... Oh no, come on, seriously? I thought it would restart me, like, I'd die from falling from that height, but I guess not. Maybe not familiar with those two, no? Maybe not. If you would explain them to me, I would be familiar with them. If it's something heavily reliant on me knowing history, then the sharp jokes are lost on me, because I am very far from being a history nerd. Much better explain. Alright. Yeah, it's like in school, I've never liked history. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why. I just found the sort of fantasy, virtual, like not real worlds much more interesting and enticing than what actually happened in our history as a human race. I know it's always been like really boring to me, and all the cultures, and I love hearing about all the like pagan gods and shit like that. That's awesome, because that's sort of like based in mystery as well, right? Based in like magic, quote, and people not understanding what the fuck was going on at the time. Not really related to history. All right. Well, no, yeah, now I'm just off on a side rant about history. But anyhow, like I've always been interested in sort of like Egyptian gods maybe and stuff like that, but no actual world wars or anything of the sort. Like, there are people who find World War II fascinating, right? And I can't sort of relate to that at all. To me, it's like the most boring shit. Not to belittle the tragedy or anything. We all know Hitler was right, and, you know, the tragedy, he's no longer around. This sounds so much worse with a German in the chat. I'm sorry. Today's just like the day when I offend people, it seems like. Oh right, and now I'm back in the tower. Interesting. Do I... Oh. Do I go down? I guess. And now for some reason I'm like whiter than usual. Like a really white boy. And now we're like, oh shit, so it was, wait, what? I guess it was going up, but like, the tower itself was flipped upside down. Maybe I was in love with the graphics. Yeah. Visually it looks absolutely stunning, like I love it as well. It's like this sort of cartoonish drawn style, but at the same time it's done really well, where you don't feel like it's 3D, right? You almost feel like it's popping out from you from like a 2D drawing. No, it takes a lot to actually achieve that. So, love fantasy and mystery and having fun with my imagination too, but I find history is full of all sorts of weird, fascinating things. Whereas, although of course it feels real and much complexity. All right. Yeah, I see why people would like that. I guess. Yeah. Yeah, obviously, like, there is a lot of shit on Earth that's unexplained, and that, you know, you don't need, like, think up a fairy tale to find fascinating shit here, but you have to get what I'm saying as well, right? Like, I don't know, it's always been much easier to sort of run away into a fantasy world and, like, wield a sword and chuck magic fireballs at people rather than you know, think about what actually is going on, and when you need to find a job and like whatever, you need to like study, you need to have responsibilities, start a family, etc., etc. Right? What fascinates you more, VR or AR? I will try to answer that as soon as I'm done with this cutscene. Interesting. So this is this all like a metaphor? Has this all been like a one huge goof? Like, is none of this actually real? Because that would make sense. Kind of a nice twist as well, would be. Oh, for fuck's sake, seriously? Now I'm like in some sort of a limbo, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, going back to the question about VR and AR, I think both are really, like, interesting in their own right, but I think I'm leaning more towards VR. I think if VR is done right in a way where it's seamless, right, where you don't actually, you get a full experience, because obviously what we have right now, you can have like a tease of what's actually to come, and it's still bulky, it's still not really comfortable to use, etc., etc. Like, it's a great piece of technology, but it's still not quite there.